Hello duelists! Phantom Nightmare is set to release on October 28th in Japan, a set reminiscent of Phantom of Darkness, which seems like it was from ages ago. And with it, 4 new cards got announced for the Majespecter archetype. Now you may have heard that these cards are very broken and are definitely a reason to get the set, and I would agree with that sentiment. Looking at the cards, we have a level 4 called Majespecter Porcupine, which may have been enough justification with the XYZ to just play the deck already, not even including the Link monster. We have a rank 4 that pretty much acts as a lone fire blossom up to twice per turn, also is a scale, and also adds one from your deck to your hand as a scale. Is the only Majespecter monster with an actual pendulum scale effect. Then we have the Link 2, which I don't know if you've heard this already, but this card is much more than just a +2, it's a +4. And then we also have the spell card, which is an e-teleport, emergency teleport, that also can just special from your grave or hand by itself already. Now, if you're an OG or returning player, you may remember Majespecters as more of a kind of calm deck that played Card of Demise, was simple as this tweet would suggest, but now they are just a combo-heavy powerhouse with Porcupine. We'll be seeing combos that only with the 2 cards Ash Blossom and a rank 4 going for an insane end board like Baron, Appaloosa, and more. Another question that I'm sure you're asking is this deck reliant on Majespecter Unicorn Kieran coming back? And I'll be the first to tell you that it's not at all. This deck puts out insane boards, insane combos, all that don't rely on Kieran coming back. Obviously, Kieran would be such a boost to the deck, but I think Majesty+Ignis the Draco Slayer being considered a Majespecter card at all times is really just enough for this deck to go so far. I mean, just look at all the broken field spells we can search. We can search a Floodgate, or we can even go harder on our board and extend even more with cards like Sky Iris. Not only that, but this deck can actually search some monster floodgates too. So like the beloved Droll and Lockbird is searchable in this deck, and there's actually an XYZ floodgate you can search in this deck called Mystical Fairy Alifria. This will be broken versus a deck like Pearly or maybe even Kashtira, which says once per turn you can reveal 1 wind monster in your hand. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, neither player can XYZ summon using monsters with a different level from the revealed monster as an XYZ material. So you can still use XYZ monster effects, but your Pearly monsters aren't going to be able to be summoned. Now it's time for the combos. Now some of these combos are going to be interchangeable with other cards that I won't actually bring up, like Parallel Exceed, but if you want a part 2 of this video and for me to actually go through every single combo that exists with this deck, I will do that for you. So just let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a part 2 to this video. Without further ado, let's get into the combo guide. Okay, so for combo number 1, we just have Bumbuku. This is a pretty broken combo just off this one normal summon monster that is all facilitated off of Porcupine. So we go normal summon Bumbuku, add Porcupine. Porcupine effect, special summon itself. We'll get into why that's broken later because it's actually during the main phase, opponents or your turn, which is really good with Secret Village. We'll see in a sec. So we have New, the Monkey Snake combo. It's a really good looking card. New's effect, we'll add these both to our hand from our face-up extra deck. And then a new function, I don't think that has existed because it is not in DB yet, and I'm sure they would have accounted for this. You cannot send these directly from deck to face-up extra deck, but that is what we are doing here. Then we will activate these both into our scales because you can. We will special summon Yada and Majespecter the Draco Slayer. The reason we can do this with New is because Majespecter the Draco Slayer is actually always treated as a Majespecter card, which is pretty broken. It's a Draco Slayer and a Majespecter. That's insane. Okay, and then we will activate both effects. Yada on Chainlink 2. You could obviously do that in whatever order, whatever you prioritize, the Secret Village or the Majespecter Wind. We could also add Sky Iris here or the Majespecter field spell. Really interesting. We will summon the Draco after overlaying both, and then we will activate our Majespecter Wind, and that would have been on resolution, the Draco effect. We will special summon 2 monsters. We could special summon Kieran if that comes back, but for this video, we will showcase what this deck can just do without Kieran too. And then we will summon Porcupine instead of the Kieran, like I mentioned. We will activate Porcupine's effect, setting the Wind. We will overlay both of these into Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer. A lot of people aren't doing this. A lot of people are just, actually, they would just go Draco, a second Draco, and then tribute the Draco with the Majespecter Wind, and then use the new Draco's effect to special summon from deck. but you really actually don't need to do that because Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer, it also protects your Draco for follow-up plays. If you were running 3, we can use this effect to add on the end phase, and then we will set our Tempest, and we have our Wind. And then during the end phase, we can add Bumbuku, and this is what's interesting about Majespecter Wind, is we can still use it. So you can, the tribute is optional, okay? So we could special summon a Majespecter from our hand or graveyard. So we can just special summon Bumbuku on their turn, and then add Porcupine. We can special summon Porcupine. Now we have Bumbuku, Porcupine, and Draco. So now we have 3 spellcasters, 2 which can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, just with this one card. These cards, I'm actually pretty sure, well, or we could just special summon Yada from the graveyard. It's really up to us, but, and then we can have that Bumbuku up for follow-up. But it is broken that Wind can just special summon from wherever, and you don't actually have to tribute. So depending on how we feel, we could special summon the Bumbuku to give us 2 monsters that can't be targeted or destroyed with our Secret Village, say if they go to the battle phase. Or we can just special summon our Yada from graveyard. So just something to keep a note. And let's get into combo number 2. Okay, so for combo number 2, we don't even have a Majespecter card. And for this combo, we're not even making the Majespecter Link 2. This is just to showcase how broken Porcupine is by itself. And it's not even necessary, and the Link 2 is actually not even necessary for this combo. So you may be seeing like this hand, oh, it's just an Ash Blossom and Super Heavy Samurai Wakaushi. What can we do with this? So actually with this hand, it's kind of similar if we had basically any monster that's less than 1,000 attack and a rank 4. So you could do this with Paralog C2. It's a little different because we'll get a bonus link 1 from the Wakaushi. But basically we just go activate Wakaushi effect to get a link, or to get the pendulum in the other scale. Special summon itself, activate the effect, search the Solgaia booster, activate booster's effect, equip, then special summon, and you see where this is going. We're going to make the Drago, then we're going to normal summon the Ash, make the Amaraj. Amaraj is broken with this because you can just tribute it, so you can use Amaraj's effect on Draco. That'll trigger Draco. And then we will special summon the Yada. So after we summon Yada, we'll get the Wind, of course, activate the Wind, special summon Bumbuku, activate Draco, activate Bumbuku, and then Draco actually got us the Majesty Pegasus, the Draco Slayer, and we still have the Porcupine in hand. And then we send the Draco and the Majesty to the graveyard. Because it's a Draco Slayer, we can actually summon Dinosaur, and that'll trigger Majespecter Draco's effect to make it a pendulum scale. So bam, we're just getting free scales like out the wazoo, right? So that's pretty broken. And then we will activate our Porcupine effect, special summon itself, activate Porcupine's effect to set our Wind again. And then we will link these 2 into a Beyond the Pendulum. Beyond the Pendulum's effect will search us Harmonizing Magician. And then we will Pendulum summon 2 from our extra deck and our Harmonizing Magician from hand. Harmonizing Magician will special summon a Oath Dragon Magician from our deck. And because we have 3 additional cards in our hand right now, we could discard one of those to add Secret Village. We could also do some Sky Iris nonsense if we wanted. It just depends on what you're willing to play in your main deck, you know, out of like Ignis or the Dinosaur package. And then we will synchro these 2 into Baronet, which is broken because Baron, like obviously getting Baron with Secret Village is insane. And then we can actually make Appaloosa out of 3 of these monsters, and we still have our Spellcaster for Secret Village. And then we could activate Wind on their turn, summon a Nico Mata if we're worried about like if we want some follow-up. But also another thing we could have done is we could have actually just used Baron effect on our turn, use Baron effect, destroy our Draco. Now we have a Majespecter in our graveyard or hand, which is really good because if they just go battle phase, attack into our Porcupine, we could just go Majespecter Wind, special summon Draco. Now we still have a Spellcaster. So they just basically lost their battle phase because of, like I mentioned before, this effect is broken. You can just special summon the Draco from the graveyard. Yeah, so that's that combo. On to combo number 3. Okay, so combo number 3 is actually pretty insane. This is if we open Ignis plus Majesty. Obviously, there's cards that search these. So we're going to go activate Majesty, activate Ignis, declare Majesty effect. That'll search our Dynamis power load. And then we will get our Sky Iris off of our Majesty Pegasus that we special summon from the deck. After that, we will activate our Dynamist, activated scale effect, special summon. This will now be a tuner. We will synchro summon into Ignister. Obviously could have summoned an attack. Ignister effect, special summon Dynamist or Dynamite from the, I always do that, from the main deck. Then we will link into Beyond the Pendulum. Having this engrave will matter. Pay 1200, add our one of Astrograph Sorcerer. Been a minute since we've seen this card, right? But it will combo nicely with Skyrus. Activate Astrograph Sorcerer to the scale. Then we're going to Pendulum Summon our Ignis and our Dynamite. Activate Astrograph Sorcerer's effect. Special Summon Stargazer Magician. Make this Link 3 called Exceed the Pendulum. This card's actually pretty good. It'll add our Astrograph Sorcerer from hand. We will activate our Sky Iris. Sky Iris destroy our power load. And then we will add our Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. Activate it to the extra deck to special summon Ignister. Activate Astrograph Sorcerer. Special summon itself. And then add the Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon because it was destroyed by card effect. And then because Ignister is not a hard once per turn, we can use this effect again. Special summon another Ignis. And then we will actually XYZ summon into our first Majespecter monster, Majespecter Draco. We will then fusion summon into Dinosaur Power. And that will actually trigger our Draco because this card actually tributes from the field to special summon. So as we saw with our last combo where we tributed the Draco, this time we're actually tributing 2 other monsters, and that's triggering our Draco. Effect to special summon from deck, and then we get to add the Majesty as well. Summon Yada. Yada effect. We'll add the Wind, of course. And then we will use our Wind, summon Bambuku, trigger our Draco, Bambuku, add Porcupine, special summon QB, get our Trap, Majespecter Tempest. Use Ignister's effect, so this is actually Ignister's effect to destroy, and then it'll be Draco's effect to go to the Pendulum scale when it's destroyed. And then that will just shuffle our Sky Iris, kind of relevant for later maybe. We can search it, so you know it's obviously a one-of. We'll activate our Majesty Pegasus, the Draco Slayer, and then we will use our Link to special summon. And then we will make Appaloosa with Exceed and Bambuku. We will trigger Porcupine because we actually haven't used it yet. That'll set our Wind as well that we have in our graveyard. Overlay again. This is a Theron card, so this will just allow us to make the rank 8 Gigantic, which will search Regulus. Add Regulus to our hand. Use our fusion to special summon our Ignis from graveyard. Overlay into Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer. Activate its effect for end phase. Use this effect, its other effect as well, to special summon our Majesty Pegasus, the Draco Slayer from extra deck. Then we will link again into IP Masquerena, overlay these two into Hope Harbinger, and then we will use our Regulus to special summon itself and equip that XYZ. And then we will use our Draco effect to add, this is if you wanted Kieran, because Draco actually has another broken effect. You can add a Majespecter card from your deck to your hand, then destroy 1 card in your Pendulum Zone. I just didn't want to use Kieran because obviously, you know, with Kieran, if it's getting unbanned, that's what matters with all this. And then you also get the Ascending Draco Slayer add in the end phase. So it's all pretty broken stuff. I mean, this is a lot of cards, right? Just off, you know, a 2-card combo. We have an Omni Negate, an Apple for 2, an IP Masquerena that can now make SP when these cards come out, a Majesty, and a Hope Harbinger. And we could have actually done some Secret Village nonsense too if we didn't want to grab the Sky Iris, but obviously if we're playing Astrograph Sorcerer, that's the route we go. And then we have 3 cards in it. So yeah, pretty broken combo. On to combo number 4. Hey guys, so for combo number 4, we are doing another Bambuku combo. This time we're actually playing a brick, but it's kind of more interesting just to see what this deck's capable of, to show those powerful fodders that I mentioned before. So we will search Porcupine off of our Bambuku, standard, summon the Link 2, add both of these, put 2 in our extra deck, and then we will do this pretty much all I've shown before. It's pretty much the same, you know, play recycled, but this time we're searching Majesty's Pegasus, so that's the difference with this combo. We're searching Majesty's Pegasus so we can get 2 triggers off of our Draco, and we'll see why we need that. So this time we will tribute our win, still special summon our QB to get that trap that we love, Tempest. Obviously, you can get any trap. And then we'll use Draco's Effect to summon Gen X Blast Fan. Pretty crazy. We will use Blast Fan to search Birdman. You'll see why we're doing that in a sec. We will use Majesty's Pegasus effect to tribute. We can tribute any wind spellcaster. We'll tribute Blast Fan. And then we will special summon our Toad from deck. And then we will use Draco and Toad to set our Cyclone. You also could have set Trap if you wanted to here. And Draco will actually special summon Droll Bird because it's a wind spellcaster type. So that's pretty broken, right? Because obviously what we're going to do here is ally Birdman effect because our Link 2 only restricts us from special summoning from the extra deck, not the main deck or hand. And then we have a Droll Bird in our hand with Cyclone and Tempest. We can overlay these two into another Draco. Then we can use Tempest on their turn, tribute our Draco, trigger our Draco, special summon our Cat for more follow-up, trigger Cyclone, tribute the Cat, and then trigger Draco again, lots of triggers happening. And then we can special Kieran if that ends up coming off the list. But isn't that crazy that like this deck can literally search Droll and Lockbird? I don't know many decks that have been able to do that. Like this is such a cube play if you've ever played cube. This actually I think could be relevant. Like versus a deck like Vanadium, you know, it might be warranted to side one Birdman, one Blast Fan, and one Droll and Lockbird just for going first, because why not? You know, you can search it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the combos. I hope you enjoyed this combo video and have a great day. Actually, just one more combo. I thought this would be fun because I actually just saw this on Twitter by a guy named PBAVBF. And this is if Electromite was unbanned. So he starts with Skull Crobat Joker and Ignis in his hand, and a Blue Eyes White Dragon just as a discard fodder. It could be anything. He used the Odd Eyes, gets the Draco, the Luster Pendulum. And I mean, let's just watch, right? So he summons the Majesty Pegasus, the Draco Slayer, gets the Sky Iris, because obviously Sky Iris can just make your board so much more wide than, say, like a Secret Village can. But this is going to be really interesting, because he summons two cards that are crazy here. The way he uses Electromite in this combo is just wild to me. Electromite definitely can't come back now. So he uses the Sky Iris on the Draco Slayer to add to hand, makes the Draco, tributes. He does that thing that I did earlier with the Draco, where you tribute the XYZ to actually put it in the scale. And he's going to get the scale effect because he still has a Majespecter card in his other Pendulum Zone. So he does use that to add Kieran from deck to hand and destroy itself. Then he activates the Odd Eyes to special summon the Ignister from grave. Pretty broken effect, summons the Draco Slayer. And then he makes Electromite. Okay, so let's see what he does with this Electromite. It's pretty awesome. So he gets an Astrograph Sorcerer. Then he gets another Odd Eyes. He makes that card I made earlier, Exceed the Pendulum, pretty broken card. He specials the Kieran. And then this is why it was crazy, because he made World Ocean Dragon Zeolantis. And then he special summons everything back, uses Electromite to destroy, and then uses Electromite to add Skull Crobat Joker, uses the Fusion to special summon from grave, uses another Odd Eyes to special summon Ignister from grave, triggers Astrograph Sorcerer, already has Appaloosa, and then he summons another level 4 from deck, because that's now hard once per turn, makes IP Dragon, or IP Masquerada, and then he makes Hope Harbinger. So he has Kieran, IP, Hope Harbinger, and Appaloosa, and a level 4, and 3 cards in hand, all just off 2 cards because of Electromite. So if you enjoyed that, just let me know if I should include some OCG combos, because they do show you the potential of cards that are banned over here. But yeah, have a great day.